Hey everyone, welcome to Blue Gaming. In this video we're going to go over the Holger-26 in Modern Warfare. The Holger is a Season 2 DLC, I guess. It's pretty much part of the Battle Pass that you get for free if you play the game. It's an LMG and it can be still unlocked via challenges in the game. The Holger in Modern Warfare is actually based off the real-world Heckler & Koch MG36, which is one of the more advanced and more modern rifles on the battlefield. The G36 was made to be a direct replacement for the larger G3 and has actually been in use since about 1997 by almost 40 countries, mostly overseas, and it's incredibly versatile. The MG36 or G36 can use either a 30.556 round magazine or a 100 round drum magazine, which we're actually able to switch out pretty easily early on in Modern Warfare, which I'll get into later. Let's get into the stats and some of the more super nerdy stuff of the Holger. I do get all of my stats from Mutant Media. I found a giant spreadsheet that they have via Reddit. I'll leave a link in the description for this awesome spreadsheet down below. The Holger really acts between an assault rifle and an LMG. The only real big difference is going to be your magazine size, which can be upgraded or downgraded depending on how you use or how you play with the gun. The Holger has a damage model that's much like its assault rifle little brothers. The damage model with 100 round drum mags is 28 to the chest and limbs, 42 if you're hitting headshots, and this actually is identical to the Kilo 141. The damage model with 30 round magazines is a little different and actually a little lower. 23 to the chest and limbs, and then a big dip in damage to headshots for 38 damage if you're managing to hit those headshots. The mag size can vary between the 100 round drum mags or the standard 30 round magazines. Your rate of fire is 750 rounds a minute for both the 100 round drum mags as well as the standard 30 round magazines. And this is actually a little on the slower side, which is, believe it or not, a little bit of an advantage because you're going to be a little bit more accurate and you're going to conserve ammo. The ADS speed is atrocious with this gun, I'm not going to lie to you. It's slow. It is an LMG, and it can be buffed with certain attachments, and it's, of course, all part of balance. Your damage per second is lower with the 30 round mags, but this is to be expected because you have less ammo, less damage that you can put down range, but it's still viable. Alrighty, so stats and nerdy stuff out of the way. How does the Holger actually play? How does it fit into Modern Warfare? And I actually really like running with this gun, although it has its flaws like the ADS speed and some of your DPS can be a little slower. It all can be buffed with attachments and a decent playstyle. With attachments, a decent foregrip can help your mobility, increase that ADS speed, and the suppressor can help with accuracy, and a muzzle brake if you want to be a little bit less sound suppressant. Though this thing is fairly accurate to begin with, a bit of a laser beam at some times, and especially at longer distances. A barrel attachment can also assist in that ADS speed, making it go a little quicker if you put on the shorter barrel. Then, of course, there's the magazine choice. For me, I wanted to be able to run this gun kind of like an assault rifle, but not necessarily an aggressive assault rifle like an M4 or an M13, more of like a watch over the objective kind of assault rifle. Magazine issue aside, this LMG, in my opinion, is best suited for someone who maybe isn't super accurate with other LMGs or other guns in the game, or maybe want to play more of a quote-unquote support role, maybe like a third man in on an objective type playstyle. I really utilized this for when I was seeing that there was a lot of help going towards objectives, and maybe kind of clearing away from a round and then maybe coming in and getting a late cap in. I know when I tried to be aggressive with the Holger, it really backfired on me hard, but then I utilized that range and that accuracy, and I was able to make it utilize that slower rate of fire and use it to my advantage rather than seeing it as an obstacle. I did mostly play domination, and I found spots on the map where maybe there was a long corridor or an alley or maybe a flanking route to be able to keep the enemy off the objective or help my teammates, like I said, get onto the objective, or maybe help myself a little bit too. I do have some footage in here of me playing on the Taslic backlot, I believe it's called, and utilizing those streets and those alleyways to be able to have that proper reaction time and be able to hold off enemies from getting the objective or capping the objective again. Just like its smaller, lighter little brother, the Kilo, the Holger really excels at medium ranges and even outside medium range. I'd say that this could even be a decent counter sniper option with sustained suppression, especially if you use that 100-round mag. You're obviously not going to succeed with this gun in extreme close quarters combat or even in tighter spaces, but if you're able to get a flank off or maybe surprise an opponent, you'd get a lucky CQB kill, but that ADS speed just really doesn't help with any sort of CQB playstyle. So that's what the Holger does well, in my opinion, or its best fitted playstyle. So let's see what it does not so well, or struggles with. The biggest con, if you can call it that, and that is throughout the LMGs for balance reasons, but it's going to be the ADS speed. And with the Holger, it is really slow. It's actually one of the slower ADS speeds of the majority of the LMGs. And there's little boost to when you switch the mag sizes over, so you kind of got to balance it out with other attachments. A no stock may combat this, but that could take away your accuracy boost, and the gun is incredibly accurate. The overall con with the Holger is having to pick between attachments that could provide the gun with promise in different situations rather than just that suppressive, send bullets downrange kind of role. All in all, I actually really enjoyed the Holger. I enjoyed my time with it. I'm still going to use it. I'll probably still even use it for Battle Royale stuff. It's definitely a viable pick for domination, maybe even headquarters or hardpoint, just because of those longer range engagements, especially in Warzone. But it's not going to be a primary. It's maybe going to be a secondary for my Battle Royale stuff. For headquarters and domination, those objective-based game modes, I definitely want to use it as my primary and be able to keep guys off of objectives and potentially help my team win. Again, more of a support class role for my playstyle. For me, the best thing that you can do is play the range and use that accuracy to your advantage. And to me, for the Holger, the potential is there to be a really, really good light machine gun and almost an assault rifle killer, if you will. And it really bums me out that it's not what I want it to technically be or do. But at the end of the day, I did get my G36C in Modern Warfare in a way, which I'm very happy with, and I like the way it played out. If I had to pick between the 100 round and the 30, I'm definitely going to stick with that AR variant of the gun, and it is a very viable pick if you're going to be that kind of third man in or that support class, or if you're newer to the game. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you liked the video, definitely hit the like button. If you really like the video and want to see more of the videos that I put out, hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much.